Hello, my name is Darren George from Traditional Pest Control. Today I'm going to show you the black cat rat trap. So I've received my black cat rat trap today. My first impression, the trap is much bigger than I expected. If you place the black cat rat trap alongside a standard breakback trap, you can see the difference in size. A standard breakback trap requires food to be put in the food well, and once the trap is set, it requires the rat to come along and tread on the treadle plate and then setting off the trap. The black cat rat trap works slightly differently. So if we look at the trap, we have the main body of the trap. We have a hammer. We have a food hook. We have a trigger. And we have a hammer locking position. These traps require food or a piece of food to be placed on the bait hook. Generally, we use a piece of apple. Around the food hook is a well where we would place oats generally. This is to bring the rats in to give them confidence when they're feeding. I will demonstrate now how I would set the trap when using this in my professional capacity. It is important not to set the trap before baiting. We don't want to have our fingers near the bits that may bite us. So we place a piece of apple onto the bait hook. We need to make sure that this is moving up and down freely and the apple is not sat on the bottom of the food well. We then place some oats in the food well. This will encourage the rats to start feeding and give them the confidence to come in. These traps are great because you can get multiple catches. Now, on top of this, I always add a little bit more. A very small amount of chocolate sauce. Rats love sugary items. Hence, in our homes, they always come to the food cupboards and raid our biscuits. I then mist the trap with an aniseed spray. Aniseed has been proven for many years that it's an attractant to wild animals, and it also takes our scent away from the trap. So, setting the trap. Turn the trap away from yourself, hold the main body of the trap firmly, and bring the hammer up. The trap is now set. The only way that trap will now activate is by something lifting the bait hook. To unset the trap, I personally always hold the hammer, I lift the bait hook, hold my finger in and lower down. The instructions that come from the manufacturer would suggest that once the trap is set, we release the trap by pushing the trigger down on the back. That will make the hammer come down very quickly, and we have known instances where it shatters the base. So, in comparison, when we're looking at the power of this trap against a standard breakback trap, both traps are set. The standard breakback trap. The rat will come along and tread on the treadle plate. Pretty impressive. Black cat rat trap will not work by anything coming along and treading on the arm. It requires the rats, once they're feeding, for one of them to lift the apple on the bait hook. I will demonstrate this one. Very impressive. The good thing with these traps is that they're humane. They have a very quick kill and the rat will be dispatched instantly. We've looked at how to set the trap and how to bait it. We now need to consider where we position the trap in our homes or if we're trapping outside. We need to place them where the rat activity is. We also need to make sure the pest species we're dealing with first before we start any trapping program. There is no value in setting one of these in a roof space if we're dealing with squirrels. So it is key that we identify the pest that we're dealing with. In a domestic property, I would set these in roof spaces, in kitchen cupboards, in larders, anywhere where we know the rats are going. But we need to consider placement. If setting in a kitchen cupboard and the trap is set, I would open the door and I'd place the trap away from me. We need to consider the next person coming along. We don't want to put a trap around this way where a hand's going to come in. If we're looking to use the trap outside, or where we have a potential to catch a non-target species, i.e. anything other than a rat, we need to put protection in place to protect those things that we don't want to catch and the people that may be affected by those actions. In another video, we will cover this off. Thank you so much for listening.